Welcome. Today we are going to start the lesson number 9, that is direct proportion and inverse proportion part 2. Now what is direct proportion? If you see here figures, circles are there and diameters are drawn. If you see the figure number A, diameter is there and there are two parts. In figure number B, if you see, two diameters are drawn and 4 we are getting the parts. If you see the figure number C, 3 diameters are drawn and 6 parts you can see. And if you see in D figure, there are 4 diameters, 1, 2, 3, 4 diameters are there and 8 parts are there. Okay, so if you see in figure A, 1 diameter makes 2 parts. In figure 2, if you see, it makes 4 parts. And figure D, if you see, there are 4 diameters, then the parts are 8. Okay. So if you see one diameter, we got, see, number of diameters, 1 diameter, number of division is 2. If the number of diameters is 2, the number of division is 4. If the number of diameter is 3, the division is 6. If the number of diameter is 4, the number of division is 8. If you see the ratio, you will get 1 by 2. Every time we will get the ratio 1 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So here the ratio of the number of diameters to the number of deviations remains the constant, that we got the ratio 1 by 2. If we will see the example number, next example, the number of notebooks that the students of a government school received is shown in the table below. If you see number of children and number of notebooks, 15 children, notebook required is 19. Then number of children 12, the notebook required is 72. If the number of children is 10, the notebook required is 60. If number of children is 5, the notebook is 30. Number of children by the number of notebooks, if you see the ratio, again you are getting the constant ratio, that is 1 by 6. 15 ones are 15 6 are, 12 ones are 12 6 are, 10 ones are 10 6 are, 5 ones are 5 6. So here the ratio is constant. So if you see, if the both quantities are increasing, here the both quantities are decreasing, but the ratio we got same. So what does it mean? In other words, the ratio 1:6 remains the constant or same. In the other example above, we see that when the number of diameter increases, the number of division also increases. As the number of children decreases, the number of notebooks also falls. The number of diameter and number of divisions are in direct proportion, as are the number of students and the number of notebooks. That is, ratio is constant or same. So here both the quantities in direct proportion, both the quantities should, if both the quantities are increasing or either it should decrease, then they are known as the direct proportion. Both the quantities, if it is increasing, if two quantities are there, both are increasing or both are decreasing, then we say they are direct proportion. Let us solve the exercise. Now if you will see question number 1, practice set, question number practice set 37, question number 1 is given. If 7 kg onion cost 140 rupees, how much must we pay for 12 kg onion? So let us solve that. Practice set 37. So here it is given 7 kg onions. So let the number of, we will write, since it is a direct proportion, the number of kg onions and their cost vary in direct proportion. So let us express the ratio. And obtain the equation. So see, 7 kg onions cost 140 rupees is equal to, what is asked, 12 kg. 12 kg onions, what is the cost price? So we don't know what is the cost price of 12 kg onions. So we will take as x. Then we will do the cross multiplication. So we can write, therefore 7x is equal to 12 into 140. So we will get, we can write x is equal to 12 into 140 by 7. So we can get 7 ones and 7 20s. So x is equal to 12 into 20. We know 12 twos are 24 and put 1 0. So x is equal to rupees 240. Therefore we can write the cost of 12 kg onions is rupees 240. And here we have finished question number 1 of practice set 37. Okay, what we don't know, that we will take as x. Now we will solve the next question. Unit should be written rupees 240. Now next question, it is given, if 600 rupees buy 15 bunches of feed, how many will 1200 rupees buy? So let us again, the number of bunches here, if you see the number of bunches, so we can write the number of bunches and cost vary in direct proportion. So let us express the ratio and obtain an equation. So here we got 600 rupees. For 600 rupees, 15 bunches of fruit. So we can write 600 by 15 is equal to, so 1280. How many bunches we will get? So we will take as x. Now we can do the cross multiplication. So it will become 600x is equal to 1280 into 15. So x is equal to, if we are multiplying 1280, we will get 600x. So 1280 multiplied with 15. Do it. I am doing orally, means I am doing here rough work. So we will get 19,200. So x is equal to 19,200 divided by 600. So 0 is common. Okay, 0 we got common here. So we cut it, then divide remaining, that is 6. 6 ones are 6, 6 threes are 18, then 1 2, 6 twos are 12. So x we got 32. So we can write from 1280 rupees we can buy 32 bunches of feed. So here we solve the second question. Now next we will see third one. For 9 cows, 13 kg 500 gram of food supplement are required every day. In the same proportion, how much will be needed for 12 cows? So we will again, if we will see, they are in direct proportion. So we can write here the number of cows and their supplement are in direct proportion. Therefore, let us express the ratio and obtain the equation. So what is given? 9 cows, 13.5 we can write, because 13 kg 500 grams, we can write 13.5 kg. Okay, so here we can write is equal to 12 by x, means 12 cows, how much it will be needed supplement. So we can do now cross multiplication. So we will get 9x is equal to 12 into 13.5. So 9x is equal to 12 into 13.5. The answer we will get 162. Okay, 162.0. So 162 we can write. So 9x is equal to 162 by 9. So x we will get 9 ones are 9 ones are 9, then 72, 9 eights are 72. So x is equal to 18. So therefore we can write x is equal to 18 kg. So we can write, therefore, for 12 cows, 18 kg of supplements will be needed. Okay, so we can, this is our final answer. Now we will see the question number 4. So here it is given, the cost of 12 quintals of soya bean is 36,000 rupees. How much will 8 quintals cost? So again it is a direct variation. So we can write the number of quintals. The number of quintals and their cost are in direct proportion. So let us express the ratio. Therefore, let us express the ratio and obtain the equation. So we can write now. See, 12 quintals cost is 36,000. So cost of 8 quintals we don't know, so we will take x. So we can write 12x is equal to, do cross multiplication. So it will be 36,000 into 8. So 12x is equal to 0, 0, 0, 6 8s are 48, 4 carried over, 8 3s are 24, 24 plus 4, it is 28. So it will be okay. Therefore, we can write 12. We will find the value, that is x is equal to 28. One more 8 is, that is 2,88,000 divided by 12. So we will do 12 ones are, so 12 twos are 24, then 48. So 12 fours are 48 and 3 0, 1 2 3. So x is equal to 24,000 means x is equal to rupees 24,000. So we can write, therefore 8 quintals of soybean cost rupees 24,000. This is our final answer. So very easy when we are coming to know whether it is direct variation. So what is given, form the equation and solve. We will see the next question. Question number 5. 2 mobiles cost 16,000 rupees. How much money will be required to buy 13 such mobiles? So if you will see, again it is direct variation. 2 then 13 means there is increase in number or decrease in the number. Both it should increase or decrease, then it is a direct proportion. So we can write the number of mobiles and their cost vary in direct proportion. Let us express the ratio and obtain the equation. Okay, obtain an equation. So we can write 2 mobiles, the cost is given 16,000. So we have to find 13 mobiles, cost we don't know, so we will take x. So 2x is equal to, do the cross multiplication, into 16,000. So 2x is equal to 13 into 16. We will get 208 and put 30. Okay. So x we will get 208, that is 2,08,000 divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2, 0, 2 4s are, then 30. That is x we got 1,04,000. Okay, that is rupees. So therefore cost of 13 mobiles is rupees 1,04,000 rupees. And here we have finished practice set 37. We will meet in the next class with new practice set. Thank you.